Hi guys, it's a new year. I don't know, it's 2023. Here we go, new setup. The first title page has been and gone in a flash. I was intending on putting a quote, but my brain has given up on thinking of quotes, so it just says 2023. I will go back in and add one maybe later. If anyone's got any suggestions, feel free to tell me. Because I didn't want to reuse last year's of just like hello wow. So I've left it blank for now, but I'll go back and later. Not much has changed for this year's setup. Then a title page. I've done my year kind of calendar here so I can see all the weeks. I've flipped it though this time. Last year it was the other way around. This year I decided I wanted it upright and I've managed to fit it in. I don't know why I didn't do this last year, who knows, but I've done it this year so I can see every week of the year in one go. I am also not changing the way I've done my finance tracker. The only thing that you guys won't have seen last time that's this time is on that right hand edge that I've cut down. I've actually got a tracker on it this time. So as before, I've got my first page here, which is where I work out roughly my budget for the year, all my yearly expenses that I just do once a year, so things like insurance or I don't know, car services, and then I've got my monthly ones of things I think I'll spend every month. And then on the left hand side of the page, which you can see on every month, is my total tracker for the month. So at the end of each month I write my total in, total out, and then whether I've got extra money left over or whether I overspent. And then these are my monthly ones so I can see what I spent in each of my categories. So I have 4 categories on each page. One is for house. I just called it house this year, but it's like anything for the house, bills, food, shopping, things like that. I then have a car transport. I've just called it car this year to save me writing the word transport 300 times, which covers anything to do with the car or public transport, parking, fuel, anything like that goes in there. Category number 3 is extras, so that's like fun money. Things that don't fit into the other things are like going out, eating out, buying clothes and stuff like that. Just anything that isn't in the normal. And then my last category is income, so I keep track of the money coming in each month, just because it makes it easier in my head to see it like this. The income though does only cover my, I don't know, should we call it regular job, day job, real world job, not any of the other income sources that I have, even though they are a proper income source for me. So it doesn't include things like Etsy and sales. I have a separate tracking of that, and although it is a big part of my income, I don't know, it started as like a little extra thing, and it was only ever a little extra thing, and it's grown over the years, but in my mind I still see it as extra money, not my full-time job money. So I don't know, it works for me, go with it. And then, so the little tracker on the right hand side, so I did add this to my last journal but partway through the year. This one is, so I kind of track just how much I spend each month on things like food and like buying birthday presents or Christmas presents, and how much I've spent on the car in like fuel, or how like I've spent on extras each month, because some of the things like extras, like I might write makeup in there and I'll put like, I don't know, say £10 a month, but I don't actually spend £10 a month on makeup. So it's a case of putting it there and then I can see it and see how much it accumulates over the year. That was a really quick flash through there of my gift planner, where if I think of things for my family or things that I might want for myself, I add them to a list, and then I can come back and buy them later and keep track of what I've bought for people for birthdays and Christmas, because otherwise I forget. And then this one is for my day jobs. This is my hours tracking sheets, just because I need to track what I've worked and what I've been paid and all that jazz. I've not actually written my workplaces on there because privacy. But yes, here we go, January. It really bothered me after I written it that I've put the little mini calendar at the bottom, in the middle, and then I've written January off to one side and they're not aligned. So maybe next month, if I carry on like this, I will change that. But I have done away with the big calendar thing that I used to have on the opposite page, because I used to do that and then I never used to use it. So we're going with this. It'll mean I'll have some extra pages in my journal, which I haven't actually used this month because I've had so many things going on. I haven't been able to think of what I want to use it for, but it will give me more space. And this is the only point of colour in the entire spread, because I have been rushed off my feet trying to finish orders, Christmas presents for people, the works. So at the point of filming this, I was just so tired, I've kind of gone, yeah, okay. But I quite like this. It's inspired by a project I did as a present, which video will be coming up and you'll see where this idea has come from after Christmas, which is fun. And I use the Tombow pen, which is a brush pen, and it's not meant for outlining, but actually it really works well as an outliner for all those flowers. So I will be doing that again. I like it. Not what it's meant to be for, but you know, it works. And then the 4 weekly spreads, you'll see they are the same currently as last year. Brain did not have the capacity to think of anything fancy, and if I wanted to change anything, so they are exactly the same and no decoration. The first week one doesn't have the mini calendar in the top because the 1st of January is a Sunday, and instead of dedicating a whole half page to it, I was like, I'll just add it, that one little box at the top there, and then it's done. I've got the 1st of January onto the calendar, you know, into the diary, and then easy peasy. But anyway, I'm going to be quiet now because we're almost at flick through. Enjoy, and I'll see you next month.